Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Psycho Gold, this is Psycho Gold Videos, and today we're going to be checking out Mob Psycho 100 episode 8. Sorry, just wanted to check that. I suddenly had a feeling I had that wrong, but no, it is definitely episode 8. Last time on Mob Psycho ended on the cliffhanger that Shinji is doing really bad things with his psychic powers, and he just beat up a load of people in a back alley. It looked like no one was going to be able to step up to him and stop him, and then the episode ended with the camera panning around Shinji to reveal that standing behind him is his brother. Which of course led me and probably everybody else who watched at this moment to believe that this episode is going to be interesting. Now I don't know if these two are going to go at it psychically, and if they do, I really don't see how they're going to be able to have much of a fight unless Shinji's powers are growing at an exponential rate. But there are two things. The first is that surely Mob is going to be able to work out that Dimple is possessing him and he could just get rid of Dimple like that. And even if he doesn't, you know, exercise him completely, because he's proving to be very difficult to exercise, he could at the very least push him out of Shinji's body, and without Dimple, Shinji doesn't have any real control over his abilities. He only seems to be a threat when Dimple is inside of him helping to direct his powers. But at the same time, Mob's personality is very unpredictable, and I don't know if he's going to want to confront his brother. I mean, he didn't even want to fight the blonde dude whose name escapes me, but you know the one I mean. He only took him down when he went unconscious, and he went full evil demon possession thing, whatever on earth that was. So it's entirely possible that Shinji might actually end up beating Mob down purely because Mob isn't gonna fight back. On the other hand, Mob might be extremely annoyed that Shinji has psychic powers and hasn't told him, and not only does he have psychic powers, but he's using them in all the wrong ways as far as Mob is concerned. He's using his powers against other people, and that might strike a chord with him. He wasn't so fussed when it was another dude that he doesn't really know, but his brother, who he's believed to be better than him in almost every way. That might actually annoy him enough for him to do something about it. Either way guys, I'm really excited to check this episode out, so I'm going to dive straight into this episode, so without further ado, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, okay, we're back here, because this is where we last saw Mob. Oh! So he actually did do what he said, which is he was going to go and get Mob. Oh, the music build-up. So that's how he knew that he was there. Oh yeah, his personality is going to cause him to not fight back, isn't it? Oh, and there's that other psychic I just mentioned. Oh, so now he can control it on his own, or at least he thinks he can. Oh, that's not the reaction he was expecting. Oh, this could be interesting. Okay, so if he goes and attacks in a minute, he's going to end up having to take on both of them. That's interesting. Whoa, what the hell? Okay, so we have a much more vicious Esper. Right, so the lab's been attacked by Psychic Samurai? Oh, here he comes. Okay, so this episode is not at all what I thought it was going to be. Damn, he is like a Hulk compared to him. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is going to be over in a few seconds. Come on, Mob. Okay. See, I don't get why Shinji didn't use his psychic powers as well. I suppose it's because he's still struggling to control them without Dimple. Here we go. Oh yeah, you pissed off the older brother. Don't do that. No, that's because you're all assuming it's the wrong brother. It's actually Mob you want. Whoa! Okay, so this dude's more powerful. This is different. Oh, okay. So this is going to be an actual fight. Oh, so is he going to know techniques that maybe Mob doesn't? If he's, like, experienced? What the? Okay, this is a pretty decent episode. This is great. Whoa! Okay. Didn't expect to see Mob losing. Oh, his barrier is just being taken apart. Oh, wait a minute. Is Shinji gonna have an explosion? Whoa! I did not expect this. This is... I'm just don't know what to say, dudes. This is just... Oh... Oh, wait a minute. We haven't reached 100 yet. Oh dear. Yep, this is what happens when Mob stops holding back. Yeah. This will be interesting. Oh, look at that animation. I love it. Okay. I'm speechless. This is brilliant, guys. Yeah, when Mob explodes, yeah, it's nothing like before. Look at his eyes, dude. He looks demonic, or angelic, however you want to put it. God, look at him go. Okay, I think he beat him. He's still going? Who's him? Oh, Mob is still going, like... Oh dear. Everybody's cheering Mob on. Oh. This would be interesting. Is Mob gonna do something lethal? Whoa. His barrier can stop physical attacks as well. Ah, but not a mist. Ah. Oh. What is powering Mob, man? Wait a minute, Mob was knocked unconscious. That's not Mob, is it? Oh dear. No, 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 no. Guys, get away from him. That's not the guy that saved you. Wow, Dimple actually went to get help. But yes, he is still very dangerous when he's unconscious. Okay. I was gonna say, everything he does is one of Reigen's special moves. Oh wait, have they taken Mob home? Oh, I really wouldn't want to be them when Mob wakes up. Oh, they're at his apartment. Oh, okay, fair enough. I don't think he will. Claw. Ah, what an original name. Oh, okay, so they have... Oh, they have a lot of espers on their side. Okay, where are we now? Oh, they can actually turn people into espers. Oh, okay, so they tried to recruit him and it failed. Or did it? He could have been lying and he could have actually been working for them. That is a good question, but it's obviously because they don't know that he went to the Life Organization. There you go. See, Dimple was useful after all. Oh, is he gonna go with Mob? Ah, the two of them together could be pretty powerful. That would be nice. Oh yeah, because I suppose technically they do have latent powers even if they're useless. So they can improve them with their techniques. Oh, okay, so that was the end. But we've got... Oh, this is an ending with more animation, okay. I'm guessing this is the car with Shinji in? Or is this going to be introducing us to a villain? Oh no, it says brats. Oh, the two of them together. Why have they both got scars? Oh, yeah, not yet. We have to plan our moment. I like it. Oh, a secret base in the middle of some forest. I assume it's still in Japan, because they only travel by car. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mob Psycho 100, Episode 8. And that episode, much like this show, did not go the way I thought it would. I thought we were going to see a confrontation between the two brothers. Instead, we had a bit of a emotional confrontation, but Mob actually handled the situation very gracefully and was able to kind of see through what Shinji was talking about, but also at the same time kind of coming to a better understanding with his brother about how he feels about the situation. And he goes and does what he thinks he should do as an older brother, which is apologize for his actions to those bullies. But then out of nowhere, they get attacked by this other guy who, in his own right, is pretty powerful. And then the two brothers, I thought we were going to see them perhaps work together, but instead we just got to see Mob, well, originally not do too well, which I'm not going to lie, was actually a really difficult scene to watch, I thought. I thought they did really well at tugging at the emotional scenes. Like, the crowd watching it, their reactions was on point, and you know, Shinji seeing his brother get beat up, his older brother who's never really lost because, you know, he's always had this psychic power, and the audience and me was expecting Mob to just one punch him essentially, but he didn't. He tried to fight him and his barriers got broken, he got attacked physically, which we all know Mob isn't very good physically. The dude used like those red glowing things up his arms, which were really cool, to kind of enhance his physical ability with psychic power, is I think what was happening. And he was just able to completely overpower Mob. Now obviously, it all changed when Mob reached 100% of his next emotional explosion and all of his anger and rage came out again, with the desire to protect his brother, because obviously when Shinji tried to come to Mob's aid, but he didn't use his psychic powers, not that I think he would have been any help, because this guy was able to take on Mob at standard, but that pushed him over the edge, and then he went, you know, completely stopped holding back for the most part. Sorry, an alarm just went off on my phone. But yeah, he completely stopped holding back to a degree. I mean, I think he was still holding back even when he gets angry. I don't think that that's him at his max power. I think him at his max power is like everybody's just a pool of blood and guts on the floor. I don't think it's possible for Mob to cut loose, because the sheer amount of psychic power he possesses is insane, and I think if he ever cut loose, he could kill most people by accident. So I think he's very self-regulated, and even though he does get angry, and he does unleash lots of power against him, it's rage and anger that's controlled. It's directed. He's not going absolutely ballistic, he's not leveling buildings, he's not not caring about the collateral damage. He still has some level of control, I think. I could be wrong. Maybe that was him going all out. I don't know. But to me, it seems too controlled, too planned. I just think that Mob has always got some kind of control, except when he goes unconscious. And either his emotions just take over completely, and I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, or like I say, there's another personality, there's something else deep inside Mob. Because, as we saw when he was fighting the dude from the other school, the blonde guy, when he knocked him out, that's when he does not hold back, in my opinion, and he just took the entire school apart. You know, he just obliterated him, and then he was conscious enough to come into his sadness, and he kind of fixed it. He kind of brought everything back down calmly, and even though he was crying, his psychic powers kind of, not fixed everything, but they kind of settled everything. And that's why, you know, Blondie's still alive, because if he'd fallen from that height, realistically speaking, he should have just been a puddle. But this episode in itself kind of introduced us to the idea that there are other powerful espers that Mob's going to have to deal with who aren't going to be so easily taken out. I do, however, love the idea of the two of them teaming up at the end. Like, if they're going to both try and find Shinji together, I think that's going to be really fun to watch. I think we're going to get some really hype fight scenes out of this in the future. The dude with the samurai sword looks like he's going to be a really interesting character to develop more. And I also find it interesting that he has like that scar, and the guy with the red aura also has a scar. So is the scarring like part of a process, you know, is that leftover from the however it is that they awaken these latent powers that aren't as good as unnatural but are still pretty powerful? Or are, you know, is the guy with the sword a natural and the dude with the red aura a forced, for want of a better phrase? Because they didn't look like they particularly not liked each other, but there seemed to be this little bit of annoyance between the two of them. Either it's competition, or is it distaste because one's a natural and one's a forced? So that would be interesting to see, or maybe it's not and they just don't particularly, you know, care for each other that much, and they're just both forced. But either way, guys, we will see in the next episode. I'm really excited for that episode. I really want to know more about this world. I really like this. I actually like this enough that I am actually tempted to add this to... This might actually be the first anime that I half want to read the manga. I've read manga in the past, but manga doesn't interest me as much as anime does in itself. I read comic books, but I like comic books just as much for the art as for the story. And manga is very good for what it is, but I like color. So black and white media I still enjoy and I like reading, but I really much prefer color. So that's why I don't read a lot of manga. But this one might actually be the first anime that's interested me enough that I'd like to go and read the manga as well. Obviously I'd like to read the light novels for Overlord and things like that, and there are others in the past that I have read. You know, I've read some of My Hero Academia's manga, I've read a lot of Dragon Ball manga, but this might be the first anime where I actually actively track down the manga and see what it's like compared to the anime, which I think could be a lot of fun. That's probably going to be it for this episode, guys. This was such a hype episode, and it just embodies the spirit of the show that I had no clue what this episode was going to bring to the table. Every time I think it's going to form a line into predictability, it does a U-turn and gives us something completely different. Or at least it does for me. So I thoroughly enjoyed this show for that, if nothing else. And there is plenty else to enjoy about this show. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought of this episode. If you're new around here, don't forget to click subscribe. And as always, this entire series is available over on Patreon, should you decide to go over there and that you want to see all the rest of the episode straight away. That's going to be it though from me, so as always, I am Psycho Gold, and I will see you in my next video. Psycho Gold, out.